Sodium and potassium. Let's move on to the reaction of calcium with water. So what happens when calcium reacts with water? Calcium reacts with water less vigorously. Hence the heat evolved is not sufficient for hydrogen to catch fire. Let's see the reaction. Calcium plus H2O again is going to form calcium oxide. This calcium oxide is in turn soluble in water to form calcium hydroxide. Now pay attention to this very carefully. Ca is going to react with OH. When it does so, Ca's valency is 2, OH valency is 1, so it is going to form CaOH twice, not CaOH2, CaOH twice, that is nothing but calcium hydroxide. Now this calcium hydroxide plus hydrogen gas is given out. Although there is no heat, so hydrogen is not going to catch fire this time. So I'll show you a little something. What happens to calcium? When calcium starts floating, because the bubbles of hydrogen, there are so much evolution of hydrogen that the bubbles of hydrogen keep sticking to the surface of calcium, making it lighter, and hence it rises in water and keeps on floating. Let's see a little animation to understand this. This is a jar of water where I am going to add calcium. Now, whenever calcium is added, a lot of gas is produced. Which gas is that? Hydrogen. Now, the amount of gas produced is so much that when one layer of gas is coming out, the second is already ready. So, it feels like gas is sticking to the surface of calcium. Actually, there's a lot of gas being produced. So, the amount of gas being produced is so high that it makes calcium lighter and it floats and it keeps on floating on water. So that is how calcium keeps on floating in water. Same happens with magnesium. Let's see the reaction. Metal plus water forms a metal hydroxide. This time we are going to use hot water. Calcium reacts better in lukewarm water. So we are going to heat it up a little bit more. Magnesium reacts with hot water to form magnesium hydroxide and hydrogen. Magnesium also starts floating since the bubbles of hydrogen gas stick to its surface. You have to imagine that sodium and potassium created a larger amount of hydrogen, but they caught fire. So when they catch fire, it is instantaneous as it is combustible. But magnesium and calcium, as their hydrogen is not catching fire, they are going to create a lot of hydrogen which is keeping on sticking on to their surface. So Mg is going to react with OH. Magnesium valency 2, OH valency 1, MgOH twice, that is nothing but magnesium hydroxide plus H2. This time again H2 is not going to catch fire. More of this in the next module.